Going to stay with some of Gabby Petito's news right now. We'll pop up some of that search video from earlier today because there's a couple other things we want to be hitting on here. There have been rumors swirling online of sightings of Brian Laundrie, but officials have said nothing credible has come through. We saw some of that coming through on social media just last night, so always be tuning in to your news here, credible sources, to know whether or not these are true. Also, Gabby Petito's uncle Steve telling Fox News today that her parents will be issuing a statement when her body arrives home from Wyoming. To continue this, we're going to go out to Fox 13 in Tampa with the very latest. Well, they are going to be hitting on that in just a minute here. Something else to be noting, the coroner said that the test results could be coming back in the next few days or weeks. We saw the preliminary results from that autopsy just yesterday, but the final say will be coming from that final autopsy. And again, the toxicology report will be revealed. We're hearing from experts in the next few days or in just a couple of weeks here. We heard from neighbors. We just showed you some of that interview talking about the time that Brian Laundrie spent at home without Gabby Petito. And we are going to go out to the latest with Fox 13 in Tampa.
One person who may know what happened to Gabby Petito. As the search for Brian Laundrie intensifies, there is a new twist in the case from neighbors. Good evening and welcome tonight. I'm Mark Wilson.
And I'm Kelly Ring. Thanks for joining us, everybody. It's been more than a week since anybody last saw Brian Laundrie. For days and hours since then, federal and state and local law enforcement agencies are looking for basically a needle in a haystack, searching the nature preserve that's tens of thousands of acres for any sign of him. Investigators believe he may know what happened to Gabby Petito. Investigators just ruling her death a homicide in the last 24 hours. Fox 13's Evan Axelbank is live at the family home tonight in Northport. Evan, give us the very latest from the search this evening.
Well, police are not being specific as to what they are turning up, but they do say they'll be back at the reserve tomorrow morning. All the while, her family waits for justice, and the nation wonders, where is Brian Laundrie? Police video shows canines using their sense of smell for someone who hasn't been seen in a week.
They're motivated and they're hungry to find Brian Laundrie.
Their drones, buggies, and airboats pulled out after combing the Venice side of the reserve for a second day. Dive boats also joined them to no avail. They've also spent 2 days at the Northport side over the weekend. His parents told police he went there to hike a week ago, which they said Friday was the last time they saw him.
We are trying to cover every acre in this preserve. It's rough out there, it's hot, it's wet.
Neighbors of the Laundries said today that the family appeared to go on a camping trip in a new camper about a week after Brian got back to Florida in Gabby's van on September 1st. They now know that Gabby would soon be reported as missing and that Brian would be considered a person of interest.
Did you think there was anything unusual about that?
Well, to
After
me,
we knew they were missing, yeah.
As neighbors deal with the constant media presence, other Northport residents, even those who did not know either family, are contributing flowers to a memorial that is growing by the day at City Hall.
As a mother myself, I can't imagine.
it's very sickening. I want to say to the family, prayers go out to you guys.
Included in those prayers are hope that they will get justice. Police haven't used the word suspect in describing Laundrie, but they have also not said they're investigating anyone else in her death. Every day the search goes on is another day questions will persist about when justice might come for the young woman.
Hello, and good morning.
Who was trying to make a name for herself.
And that's all that we want, is we want answers. What happened to Gabby?
Northport police say they'll be back out at the reserve tomorrow morning to continue with a similar type of search operation for Brian Laundrie, along with funeral plans. We're also waiting for the results of the full autopsy. Guys, back to you.
All right, Evan Axelbank reporting from Northport tonight. Thank you, Evan.
You know, there's a lot that remains still here a mystery when it comes to Gabby's death. Brian Laundrie's own suspicious disappearance, of course. But tonight we're also going to explore some of the most pressing legal questions surrounding this case. And Tampa defense attorney Anthony Rickman joins us now live to help us understand the situation situation a little bit better. Hi there, Anthony. We appreciate your time here. The big question I know so many people have, this business about a person of interest, there's really no suspect who's been named. Why, in your opinion, has Brian Laundrie not been formally named a suspect?
Good evening, Mark. And understand, there's no requirement that law enforcement deem Brian Laundrie a suspect. But in these cases, in these investigations, actions speak louder than words. And we only need to look at the actions of law enforcement to see that Brian Laundrie is indeed a suspect. In this case, we see law enforcement executing search warrants that indicate they believe a felony occurred. We see a nationwide manhunt, local search warrants. We see the state of Florida executing any resource they have to find Brian Laundrie. Although they're not calling him a suspect, it's clear he is a suspect, and he's the only suspect in this case.
Yeah, I was just going to follow up. What do you make of the fact that no other person of interest has been named?
Well, look, Brian Laundrie was with Gabby when they went on this trip. He came back without her. We know that there's a history of violence and abuse while they were on this trip in Wyoming. We know that when he comes back, he leaves and flees, and he's still that to be found. We know there's mysterious text messages that were sent by somebody with access to the phone, and he had access to that phone. Right now, he's the only person with a direct link to Gabby who may know where she is, or right now, the only person we believe may have done something to her.
Yeah, you spent some time working in the state attorney's office years ago. What, in your opinion, do you think, if he is guilty, what do they need to make a case against Laundrie?
They're going to have to prove that he's the one who committed this crime. And in doing so, the first thing they're going to look at is that autopsy that was just conducted. They're going to look to see what caused the death of Gabby. They're going to look to her body to see if there's any forensic evidence, for instance, DNA under her nails. They're going to look to the surrounding area around her body to see if there's any link to Brian Laundrie. Did he drop something? Did he leave something? Did he leave a weapon? They're going to look to the phone records, his conversations with anybody around to see if he said anything incriminating. Ultimately, they're going to argue that his fleeing, his running away, forms some sort of consciousness of guilt. If you didn't do anything wrong, why are you running? Why are you fleeing? They're going to piece together all the evidence to make and build a case if they believe he's the person who committed the crime.
Let's back up to that Northport police press conference about a week ago. And I know we're all used to it in the media, of course. As you know, there's a lot of information that can be held back in an investigation that does not need to be made public early on. But it was curious. The Northport police chief said that there is a lot that they weren't telling us. They did admit that last week. What do you think kind of information that could be?
Well, we learned after this press conference that a search warrant was executed at the home of Brian Laundrie. We also learned that there was a hard drive found in the van that was located at Brian Laundrie's home. We know in that search warrant, it talks about text messages that were received by Gabby's family that they found to be suspicious. We do know that around the time that she was reported missing, they searched the van and they did find evidence within that van. Now, that evidence could be forensic. Could there be blood? Could there be links? Could there be other physical evidence in addition to those text messages that establishes that he had committed the crime and is responsible for her death?
What about Laundrie's parents? I know there's a lot of frustration. A lot of members of the public, investigators have clearly been on record to say there hasn't been much help there. Could his parents, do you think, be charged with anything if there's any proof that he may have helped, they may have helped him at some point?
Absolutely. If law enforcement can establish that his parents, if they did, we don't know what they did, but if law enforcement can establish that his parents in some way hid evidence, concealed evidence, tampered with evidence, then they could be charged. Additionally, we know the FBI was involved in an investigation. We know the FBI came and spoke with the parents. If the parents lied or made false statements to the FBI, they could be charged with that. If the parents intentionally assisted him in fleeing or did something after the fact, they could be an accessory after the fact. So possibly his parents, depending on what they did, could be charged with a crime.
Sure. We have so many more developments likely coming by the day, as we've seen over the last better part of a week and a half. So, Anthony Rickman, an attorney in Tampa, we appreciate your time tonight and your perspective. If you missed any of our coverage, you can find all the latest updates from investigators on the Gabby Petito investigation and the search for Brian Laundrie on our website. Head over to fox13news.com. Look for the story. You'll see it right there on the homepage.
Well, turning now to our state's fight against COVID-19, the man chosen to be...
So that was great coverage right there from Fox 13 in Tampa.